Are you ready to rock and roll? It is Champions League time. Oh, what a week we've got in front of us. Cannot wait. And this is just the first of two fantastic football matches coming up tonight. Cannot wait. Bring it on. They've just flipped the coin. They're going to see who's going to be kicking which way. Who and where are we today? We are at the Donbas Arena. The Donbas Arena. What a name that is. But I tell you what, it's not looking too bad at the moment. This stadium can hold around 70,000 fans, but due to COVID, unfortunately, there is only about 30 to 35,000, but that is still magnificent for this game here tonight against Shakhtar Donetsk, against Inter Milan. Oh yes, one of the big giants, Inter Milan, away from home. And unbelievably, Inter Milan lost their first game. So they really have to bounce back in this one. Shakhtar Donetsk also lost, and they're bottom of the group. And Inter Milan are in third place in the group. So they're second from bottom. But a win for either of these two teams will take them momentarily up and above second place. We are ready for kickoff. I sincerely hope you are. I hope that you've already had a terrific Tuesday so far, or Wednesday or Monday, whatever it is where you are in the world. Oh my goodness. The flags are flying. The fans are getting warmed up. It does look like a fairly mild night there. So not too bad indeed. And we are underway. Let's do this. Okay, so Shakhtar Donetsk going from my left to right, Inter Milan going from my right to my left, Inter Milan in the all-white strip. They are looking all white tonight, and Shakhtar Donetsk look a little bit like Wolverhampton Wanderers home kit because they're in orange and black. So it's not too bad. It looks a little bit, tell you what it looks like. It looks like the old Holland kit. It looks like the old Holland kit from a few years back now. Now, a little bit of history about these two teams. Well, in their last game, like I said, Shakhtar Donetsk actually lost by 2-0, which has plummeted them right to the bottom of the group. But it was only the opening day of the Champions League table. Next up for them, they're at home once again against Real Madrid. So that's going to be an absolutely busting game. Now, they've been around for a fair few years now. What are we? Just under 100 years. They've been around since the 24th of May, 1936. So, a reasonably aged, well-worn team are Shakhtar Donetsk. And their nickname, well, they've got two nicknames, actually. One is the Moles and the other one, the Miners. Will they be able to dig themselves out of trouble tonight and get out of the bottom place in that Group D table? So this is the Group D match for both of these two teams. And Shakhtar are managed by Roberto, a very nice gentleman indeed. I've seen a couple of his interviews. Very polite, very nice person, comes across really well and quite well spoken for somebody that's into football, if I can sort of say that, if you know what I mean. But yeah, like I said, it's quite a big stadium, this 70-odd thousand fans it can hold. As for Inter Milan, well, they're managed by Inzaghi, and they've got about 4 nicknames. But the one that I really like, and I'm going to go with it tonight, they're called the Big Grass Snake. So I'm just going to call them the Snakes. Inter Milan are the Snakes. In their last game, they lost to Real Madrid, who Shakhtar Donetsk will be playing next. By 1-0 they lost. And up for them, next, up for Inter Milan in their next game after this one in October is Sheriff, and they're top of the league, surprisingly, because they were meant to be bottom of the league. So, there's a bit of a change around, and there's everything to play for. The Shakhtar Donetsk, they come into this on good form. That one loss in the opening game, they put it down to they were overconfident, they were inexperienced about facing the situation against Sheriff, and obviously Sheriff caught them by surprise, as they do. But they said they're more mentally and physically prepared for this battle here this evening. Inter Milan, well, they've been around since the 9th of March. 1908. So they're a little bit older than Shakhtar Donetsk, and they play at the Giuseppe Stadium, and that can hold around 76,000 people at full capacity. Now in Italy at the moment, because of COVID, they're only allowed to have 50% capacity into their football stadiums. But hopefully in, the next few weeks, or, not too distant future, Inter Milan will be able to fill their stands with 76,000 fans once again. So let's get into the game. There's a little bit of history, and I will chuck a bit more in there as the game progresses. Don't forget, guys, here on Football Fans Live, we've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, obviously. I don't think I've missed anything. But here comes Shakhtar Donetsk down the left-hand side, up towards the box, 20 yards from goal. Takes a good shot. Oh! And it was along the floor, and he took a challenge as he hit the ball, and he just put it wide of the bottom right-hand side of the woodwork. But that was a great chance for the home team in the opening 5 minutes of this game. The first real chance going to Shakhtar Donetsk. I'm just going to call him Shakhtar. Yeah, it's going to be a lot easier to say. But thank you so much for being here on Football Fans Live. And like I said, we've got a few other platforms for Football Fans Live. And Sarah, if you want a shout out, Sarah is there typing away like a crazy person. She'll answer any questions, my technical director, and she'll relay them into my ear, and I'll be happy to give you a shout out, or answer any questions that I possibly can, if I can, of course. And it's into the box. Here come Inter Milan down that left hand side. First real attack from them. It's taken them 6 minutes to warm up in this game, and they've given away a silly free kick out on that far right hand side. So it's going to be a free kick. Yeah, it was a late challenge and a high foot by Inter Milan there, and it's going to be a free kick inside their own half to Shakhtar Donetsk. What was I saying? Yeah, Sarah will answer any questions, and she'll help keep the chat going, and she'll chat back to you. I do believe that Wayne Live, or Watch of Wayne, is in the room. Mega love shout out, guys. If you like controversial news, that's the place to go. He is one of the best presenters on the whole wide world of YouTube. So get over there and check him out. Daddy Blunt, another fantastic channel. Daddy Blunt in the house. Get over there, guys. Give him some love. Give him some support. And, of course, our Shell Marshall's in the house. Whee! How you doing, darling? Great to see you. I hope you've had a terrific Tuesday. J Highlights. Hello, J Highlights. A very warm welcome to Football Fans Live. It's always great to have new and old people in the house with us today. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got over 750 games coming your way this season. Another game coming up after this one. We've got 2 on Wednesday, we've got 2 on Thursday, and then we've got 1 on Friday, and then we're into the weekend. It's Inter Milan inside the area, and then he gets it clear down this near the left hand side. Kobalautin? Kobalauin, hello my friend. I'm sorry if I haven't got the pronunciation right. Kobalauin in the house, lovely to see you. Hope you've had a wonderful start to this week, and thank you so much for being here. Dib Mills in the house as well. Mega love shout out. John Butt, Dib Mill, thank you so much for being here, guys. Louise Main, lovely to see you, Louise. I hope you've had a cracking start to the week. It's Danny's in the house. How you, Danny? How you doing, honey? Is that Commander Vlogs was in earlier, another great YouTube channel. Check him out if you haven't done so already. And Bev K's in the house. It's nice to see. Be back soon. It's nice to see so many. There's a lot of people in the room. Fantastic stuff. Spin Top's in the house as well. Lovely to see you, Spin Top. And a few more. And if we miss any of your comments, guys, just please retype them. And what we will do is we'll get them the second time, so we won't want to ignore any of you. And it's a free kick to Shakhtar Donetsk out on the near right hand side. Wickmaster, thank you so much for being here, Wickmaster. Mega love shout out. We can only speak English, so I do apologise. I do apologise, but it's lovely to see you, Wickmaster. Fraser's in the house. Great to see you, brother. Yeah, Fraser earlier put his wrong vote in the thing, and that's just reminded me. So thank you so much, Fraser. Guys, if you haven't placed your vote yet and you can't see, it's a little blue box, and it's got Shakhtar win, Inter win, draw, or basically I don't give a damn, or words to that effect. We've got to stop in play at the moment. The Shakhtar Donetsk player is still down. They brought the trolley on for him, and he's going to get lifted and taken off the pitch. So yeah, if you haven't voted and you want to cast your vote, then all you got to do is refresh your page, and hopefully it should show up, and then you can put your vote in the box. But thank you so much for being here, guys. Really appreciate your company on this terrific Tuesday night. And don't forget, more football Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Nearly every single night of the week, we've got football here on Football Fans Live. Over 750 games coming your way this season. And of course, we say it as we see it on the screen. I am completely neutral. I try to stay neutral, but I say what I see on the screen. Sometimes controversial, sometimes the odd swear word, because I get very passionate about my football as well, and I lose my rag. This player is, we can't see who it is, but they're going to make Shakhtar Donetsk, going to make a substitution in only the first 10 minutes of this game. It's really bad news for Shakhtar Donetsk. They've got the trolley on for him. They're going to lift him onto the trolley and get him off to hospital by the looks of things. It looked like his right knee, and he bent it the wrong way. But they're carrying him off. Yep, they've got the electronic buggy. So they're going to drive him off in the buggy, get him down the tunnel, and get him into the ambulance. And let's just hope and pray that he's going to be all right. We'll find out in a minute who the substitutions are. It looks like it's the number 23. Down below, guys, you'll see the team lineups. Okay, coming across the bottom on the ticker. Sorry? We haven't. Sorry, we haven't got the formations as of yet. Oh, yeah, ouch, ouch, ouch. What happened was he went in for a 50-50 challenge, and the Inter Milan player came down and landed on his leg and bent it the wrong way. But they've got it in an ice pack. He's on the electronic buggy. It's the first time we've seen those in the Champions League this season, and they're taking him off. Tete's come on, and it was Traoré that went off. Traoré is injured. Tete is on. But yes, guys, you'll see down below all the team lineups, all the players, all the substitutes, and everything else. Here comes Shakhtar Donetsk out on that far right-hand side. They've got space down that right-hand side. They just need to find another orange shirt. They need some movement. They need somebody to move around there to create some danger inside their own half with a back four with Shakhtar. Out onto that far right-hand side. Here they come again. Just keeping hold of it at the moment. Frustrating Inter Milan. Inter Milan, both teams will be desperate to win this. So I really can't see it being a draw or a 0-0. I definitely think that we're going to get a winner either way in this game. And we just lost the... This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Bear with us, guys. We've just lost. It just said there's a problem. Look, there's currently its channel. Says we've got a problem. Right. Let me try and go in again. Keep an eye on that blue light for me. It's just typical, isn't it? Honestly. Honestly. It's one thing after another. Isn't it? It is one thing. And we're back, guys. Sorry about that. A few technical issues. We've got really bad weather down here in the south of England in Bournemouth. It's raining, the wind's really heavy, and I think it just knocked the signal out just for 10 seconds or so. It's with the Inter keeper in his own box out on this left-hand side with the left back. They can't get rid of the danger. Shakhtar Donetsk have definitely started the better of these two teams. The faster, the stronger, and the more determined in the first 13 minutes of this game. And we're just seeing the trolley go down the tunnel. The electronic trolley is going down the tunnel, and he'll be straight off to hospital by the looks of things. So let's hope the trolley's okay. Not good news for Shakhtar Donetsk. You don't want to be making substitutes in the first 10 minutes of the game, because that really does limit you. And I'm pretty sure it's 5 substitutions that they can use tonight. In fact, I'm almost 100% certain. So that gives them still another 4 options. But at the end of the day, you know, when you lose one of your best players, one of your first choice players in the first 10 minutes, that's not good news whatsoever. And it's with Shakhtar Donetsk in that halfway line. And he's taken out across the chest there into the face. And he goes down like a sack of potatoes. And that's going to be a free kick. It was Patrick for Shakhtar that got taken out there, the number 21. Yeah, well, it was more of his shoulder, with his shoulder into the joint, knocked him to the floor. Wasn't a great deal in it. Didn't get a yellow card, didn't deserve a yellow card. But it's with the back four of Shakhtar inside their own half, out on this left-hand side. Left that pass a little bit late then, trying to get it down the swing. Good, neat 1-2, but well intercepted by the number 2 for Inter Milan. Now Inter Milan come away, up towards that halfway line, out on that far left-hand side with Inter Milan into the centre circle. Played out wide, good interception out on that right-hand side. He's got space down there, can he use it? It's with the number 14, going full power, full pace. Tries to step into the penalty area and loses out to the left back of Inter Milan. Desperate defending at the moment by Inter Milan. But here they come on the break. It's 3-on-3. Out onto the left-hand side. It's 4-on-2 now. He's got to play an early ball on the edge of the area. 25 yards out. Left-footed shot. Hits the crossbar. He hits the crossbar, but it's still inside the penalty area. A shot across the face of goal. And it's going to be a throw-in on the far left-hand side. But what a shot that was. Barbarella, left-footed. 22 yards out, smashed the upright of the woodwork. It bounced back out, picked up on the right-hand side, and then a second shot from the right-hand side, straight across the face of the goal. What a chance, and what a shot that was. Keeper was in no man's land. It was almost perfectly placed. Almost. A centimetre down, and it would have been 1-0 to the away side, Inter Milan. But what a shot. Ricketts almost broke the crossbar there with that right-footed shot, and he was around 20 to 22 yards out on that left-hand side. It was a curling shot, beat the keeper. He was stood in no man's land, hadn't got a clue what he was doing. But, yeah, great shot. And the best chance of the game so far comes in the 15th minute, and it goes to Inter Milan, the away side. Like I said, both teams are going to be desperate to get out of that 3rd and 4th place and jump into 2nd and 1st. Oh my goodness. Later on tonight, guys, the next game coming up after this one will be PSG, Paris Saint-Germain against Manchester City. And we covered PSG just a couple of nights ago. But here comes Shakhtar Donetsk. Right-footed shot. Drags it along the floor, straight into the goalkeeper's arms. And it was an easy save for the Inter Milan goalkeeper on his 6-yard box. It did take a deflection on the way through, but it didn't misdirect it. It just took the sting out of the ball. What was I saying? Yeah, the other night we covered PSG, and they won by 1-0, but they were awful. Mbappe was awful, Neymar was awful, and at first I was thinking, oh my goodness, you know, Man City have got to go to PSG on Tuesday evening, and PSG will destroy them. But when I watched PSG the other night, they were rubbish. PSG were really, really bad. And I only say what I see. I'm not, you know, I'm completely neutral. If they were brilliant, I'd have said they were brilliant. But PSG were so poor. And, you know, it was 2-0 in the end, actually, because they got one right towards the end. But for a good 85 minutes, it was only 1-0, and they were very, very poor indeed. Slow passing, bad passing, terrible shooting, couldn't get a shot on target. You know, they were slow with a throw, slow with the corner kicks. Yeah, so I think if they play like that against Man City later on tonight, the game that we're covering, then Man City will have no problems. Man City will come away with all 3 points. But PSG have to turn up at home this evening against Man City. Can't wait for that one. That one kicks off at 8 p.m. this evening, British Standard Time. So we're going to be covering that one straight after this one. We'll get some party music up, and then we'll cover the PSG. Looking forward to that one. But these two are in Group D, along with Sheriff and Real Madrid. At the moment, it is Real Madrid in 2nd place and Sheriff in 1st place, surprisingly. On the halfway line with Shakhtar Donetsk now. Here they come, out on this near left-hand side. He's got space, he's got time on the ball, he's walking with it, he plays it all the way back into his own half, to the centre-back. He's going to bring it forward into that centre circle. Still with the boys in orange, the Moles, the Miners, as they are known. And out on this left-hand side with Shakhtar, he's got a runner down that left-hand side. He finds him, takes it on his head. And then his head had let him down. And then it went all the way back into the goalkeeper's arms on that front post. for Inter Milan. And Inter Milan bring it away down this right-hand side. Switch your play now out onto that far left-hand side. Here they come again. The boys in white have had the best chance of the game with a right-footed shot from Barella hitting the crossbar. So close indeed. Almost snapped the crossbar in half with the power he put behind it. If he'd have put maybe a little less power, it would have dropped a little bit sooner and maybe just gone over the keeper's head and into the back of the net. But as it stands here at the Donbass Arena, it is Shakhtar Donetsk 0, Inter Milan 0 in the 19th minute of this game. It's not been a bad game so far. The pace, I would say, has been at around a 6 or a 7. So, you know, the level of intensity can and should be lifted as this game goes on, as it progresses. And if there's no score, then I do believe that these teams will start to throw men forward, you know, by a big margin. And Ajax are winning 1-0 against Besiktas in the Champions League. Sarah's keeping us up to date. That one is in Group C. And here's Shakhtar Donetsk inside the penalty area. Lays it off, he turns. Right foot shot, hits a defender. Second shot and he puts it wide. But he had all the time in the world. He could have gone and made himself a cup of tea and still come back and put it into the back of the net. But he took far too long in the end. He was free on the penalty spot. He turned, took an extra shot, which he didn't need to. He didn't need to take that extra touch. What an absolute waste. And the first real chance for Shakhtar Donetsk. And I tell you what, I don't know where the Inter defence were, but they weren't on the ball. And oh man, he should have, would have, could have done better. If he'd have just woken up, he got the ball on the penalty spot, and it was like he was still asleep. He was like, what do I do with this? What's this on my feet? You know, and he just wasn't sharp enough. He just didn't have that spring in his step. But what a chance for Shakhtar Donetsk there. Completely unmarked. 12 yards out, centre of the goal. Whole goal was beckoning him. And then in the end, the defenders closed him down after about 10.5 minutes. And took a double deflection. And then the final shot went wide of the right-hand side of the post. Okay, 69%, 69 votes, and 57% are saying that Inter Milan will win this game. So, Inter Milan are the favourites here so far on Football Fans Live. Wow. Okay, but it's still fairly close. I thought, you know, I did vote for Inter as well. It is fairly close still. So that vote, if you haven't done so already, guys, and you can't see it, it's a little blue box. Just refresh your page and up it will pop. And there's a right-footed shot from the centre circle. Tried to lob the goalkeeper, the Inter Milan number 10, but put it way over the crossbar. But I don't know what that Shakhtar Donetsk goalkeeper was doing. He was well out of his box. Well out of his box. And if that had been on target, it would have been 1-0 to the away side. Would have been 1-0 to the away side. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And here come Inter Milan. He's taken down just on the edge of that centre circle. This is in a good position for Inter Milan now. He's about 40 yards from goal. It was a tackle from behind. And it was the number 10 who just tried the lob for Inter Milan. It was played into him. And he got pushed down from behind. He's holding his head, but, you know, there wasn't any infringement on the number 10 player's head. And strangely enough, and that frustrates the living daylights out of me. Strangely enough, from a free kick in a good area, they played it backwards. They went backwards instead of forwards. Come on, Inter Milan. We need you to go forward. And Shakhtar. No player should be going bloody backwards. Face the opposition's goal and go. The key is in the F for football. Forward. The F-O means forward, not back in football. With the Inter goalkeeper now. Lays it out to his centre-back. I tell you what, the attacker was only a couple of inches away from him. That was very dangerous and very silly by the Inter Milan goalkeeper. He nearly gave that ball away on the edge of his own penalty area. That could have been suicidal. Could have been suicidal. But here come Inter Milan. Down that far left-hand side. Nice and neat 1-2. Step over. Nice little back heel. Little fancy stuff now. Inter Milan showing the technique that they've got. They've just got to get the technique to get the ball into the back of the net. Out on this right-hand side. Tries to get the cross in. It's deflected. And the first corner of the game goes to Inter Milan. Down this near right-hand side. So Inter Milan with the corner now. What can they do here? What can they do? And there's Inzaghi. There's Inzaghi, the Inter manager. You know, screaming out instructions and, you know, directing planes and all that type of thing. Right, we've got two players stood over this corner kick. Are they going to take it short? Or is it just a ploy and they're going to whip it into that box? We've got 5 white shirts, 6 white shirts now. It is. They're going to whip it in. Left foot to get ready for it, guys. In comes the corner. Goalkeeper comes, punches it on the edge of the area with Inter Milan still. The boys in white, the big grass snakes, whips into the edge of the box and a right-footed shot. And he lobbed it well wide and well over the crossbar. And another chance for Inter Milan is wasted in the 25th minute of this game. And I'll tell you what, Inzaghi's got to be careful he doesn't lose his voice because he is there screaming like a good one. So the goal kick's been taken. It's been taken short with the goalkeeper. Lays it out to his left back, downfield, up towards that centre circle. Still with the boys in orange. Good pass, up over the halfway line they come. They've got 3 on 3. Now if they can get some pace on the edge of the area, inside the penalty box, right-footed shot, takes a deflection. Oh, did he keep it in? He didn't keep it in. He didn't keep it in. But it was cleared onto the edge of the area, headed back in by the forward, and he tried to keep it in. It was Solomon with the right-footed shot, first of all. Took a deflection off the defender's heel and went out in the end after a right-footed shot that went just wide of the left-hand post. So both teams have had a couple of half chances. Inter Milan have had that really, really good one, where we almost broke the crossbar in two. But it is still 0-0 here at the Donbass Arena, in front of around 28 to 30,000 fans, I would say. Just below half capacity. There's a lot of empty seats, and it is a shame because, you know, fans want to be back in the stadium. Players want to, you know, their fans back in the stadium. They want the buzz, they want the noise, they want the atmosphere. And, you know, when you've got a full stadium, the atmospheres are amazing, aren't they? You can't beat it. Thank goodness that things are back to normal here in England. You know, the likes of Man United and White Hart Lane and Wembley, you know, you've got 80, 90,000 fans back there singing, shouting. And here come Inter Milan down that right-hand side, crossed across the face of the goal, picked up on the edge of the box, still with Inter Milan. With the number 2 out on this near right-hand side, looking for a neat pass, gets it from the number 8. Play backwards, don't go backwards into Milan, you've got to go forwards, and they go backwards to the halfway line. How frustrating. So, build up, here we go again. And it's crossed into the penalty area, but a good clearance by the left back for Shakhtar Donetsk. The boy in orange getting to the ball first, beating the forward in the air there. Laid back to the centre-back. Centre-back picks it up. Out on that right-hand side. Plays it out wide to the left-back. Back in field. Across field now. Come on, come on. Don't take that. Looks like Shakhtar at the moment are just trying to take that little bit of a sting out of the ball. Nice neat 1-2. Down this left-hand side. Played in field. Can he get the turn on the midfielder? He does. Still with the boys in orange. He's got space on that right-hand side. He finds it. He feels it. He's got a runner on the outside of him. He gets the cross in. No, he doesn't. He's taken down. The referee says, no, play on. Let's have a look at that again. I want to see that in slow motion. That could have been a penalty. He might have just skidded off the surface. But nothing was given. I'd like to see it in slow motion. They're still out. The Shakhtar Donetsk players are still having a word with the ref. They're not happy about... I don't think he made contact inside the penalty area, though. I think that they might have just watered the pitch and he slid. He lost his footing at the byline. We might see it again. No, we're having a look at a different foul. Here we go. Number 2 tries to cross it. That was to me, that was clear obstruction and a foul. I would say that's a real tough call. I've seen those given. I think Shakhtar Donetsk just could have got a penalty then. Should have had a penalty. I don't know whether they've got VAR. I'm sure they have, but VAR have chosen not to step in because VAR is a complete and utter waste of bloody time. I've been saying this for the last year or so, you know, and it's all a farce and it's all a fix. VAR only steps in when it, you know, when it's in the favour of the favourite, you know, and that's my opinion. And here come into Milan inside the penalty area, left-footed shot. Oh, and he puts it wide of the post. Goalkeeper diving down to his left-hand side, all in black. And it just went wide of the post. I think he had it covered. There wasn't a lot of power. He chipped it over the top from the halfway line. The forward beat the offside trap just by a millimetre. And it was the number 10, and he just tried to curl it round the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper diving down to his left-hand side, and it just missed the post by that much. So another good chance for Inter Milan to take the lead and to break the deadlock and draw first blood in this game, and still they failed to do so. But I am going to say that that should have been a penalty to Shakhtar Donetsk, but there you go, there you go. That's just my opinion. From where I'm sat. Left-footed shot, whoa, from the edge of the area by Shakhtar Donetsk, but it was climbing all the way over the crossbar. Shakhtar with 58% of the possession now in this game. Shakhtar, 4 shots, but only one of those have been on target for Shakhtar Donetsk. And here come into Milan, down that right-hand side. They win the ball back. Over the halfway line he goes. He's got space left and right. He decides to go down the middle. You complete and utter pillock. You had space to your right, space to your left, none in the middle. Where does he play the pass? Down the bloody middle and loses it. What an absolute prat. Open your eyes into Milan. Come on. Guys, I say it as I see it on the screen. I am completely neutral. And of course, you know, I don't support either of these two teams. I just want a fantastic football match that I can bring you guys. But that, you know, that was shocking. That was shocking. That was a really good chance. The guys either side of him had about 10 foot of space, and he decided to play it down the middle to the guy that had 2 defenders on him. What the heck? What the heck? Darn, man. Darn. We need a goal. We need a goal. We need a goal. Only 14 minutes to go in this first half. Still 0-0. Still the deadlock has not been broken with the goalkeeper for Shakhtar. Goal kick taken. Right-footed. Out onto this near left-hand side. They lose it inside their own half. Shakhtar Donetsk have just got to keep hold of the ball that little bit longer. They keep losing it whenever they're in possession. They need a bit of a spell where they've got hold of the ball for like 7 or 8 minutes or so. Just to frustrate Inter Milan and make Inter Milan come on to them to try and win the ball back. Bring Inter Milan, invite the pressure, but only for a couple of minutes. And here come Inter Milan, down that right-hand side. By the corner flag, it goes out for a throw-in, but it's gone to the defending side. It's a throw-in to Shakhtar Donetsk. And I think the temperature there in Shakhtar is a little bit chilly because most of the fans in the stadium, a couple of weeks ago when we covered Shakhtar, they all had their shirts off. Not tonight. They've all got their coats on in the stadium this evening. So I think over the last couple of weeks, over that side of the world, the temperature has begun to drop quite dramatically as we head into winter in Europe. And don't forget, we've got a mammoth of a game coming up after this one. PSG against Manchester City. It is going to be immense. Nice, nice. So throw into Milan, in line with the penalty area. It's a good chance for them. And they're going backwards again. Right, they were in line with the penalty area. And they threw it back, and then he played it back to the halfway line. What are they doing? What are Inter Milan playing at? You can't tell me that Inter want a draw from this. Ridiculous, ridiculous. Terrible play. And a cross comes in. And the number 22 for Shakhtar puts it out for a corner kick. Terrible defending there. It was the left back. Right, guys, are you ready for this corner? Get ready. Let's have a look. It's the second corner of the game for Inter. This time it's out on the far left-hand side. It's going to be a left-footed outswinger. The ball is whipped in. Oh, and I'll tell you what, the defender nearly put it into his own net. And then the number 9 from 2 yards out puts it over the crossbar for Inter Milan. What are they playing at, man? That was terrible. He was literally 2 yards from goal and he put it over the crossbar. What a chance for Inter Milan, and they've wasted it again. Oh my goodness, a 2-year-old could have put that ball in the back of the net. Seriously, Inter Milan? That was their number 9. I'd sack him now. Nobody should miss from 2 yards out. Completely unmarked on that back post. Completely unmarked. Terrible, terrible, terrible. No wages for you tonight, mate. Don't forget, guys, next up for Shakhtar Donetsk, they're off to, they're at home to Real Madrid once again. So it's 2 home games in the Champions League for Shakhtar on the trot. So that's not too bad. But what they've got to do is make the most of this home advantage that they've got here tonight. And then when they play Real Madrid in October. Different story for Inter Milan. They will be facing top of the league, Sheriff, at home in October. So Shakhtar inside their own half, down that right-hand side. They've got to move that ball faster. Nice clean play now. This is more like it. Inside the centre circle, over the halfway line. Space on this left-hand side. He finds him up towards the penalty area. Out on the left-hand side. Neat little 1-2. Chipped onto the back post and nobody's there. For Shakhtar Donetsk, there's nobody there. It was a good left-footed cross from the edge of the penalty area, out on this left-hand side, over towards the back post, left to right, simple as you like, but there's no blooming orange shirts there. Oh my goodness, did both of these teams not want to score tonight? No wonder they both lost their opening games. Seriously, if they're shooting like this, then no wonder they lost in their opening game of the Champions League. Wow. Here in Group D tonight, I hope and I pray, and I'm sure it will be, that PSG against Man City will provide some goals. I mean, there's still a long, long way to go in this game, so anything can happen. You know, we just need some goals. And there we go. You know that miss from 2 yards out? I've just seen Inzaghi punch the floor. The manager for Inter Milan cannot believe that he's forward from 2 yards out, put it about 20 yards. It was harder not to miss. Do you know what I mean? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 8.5 minutes to go in this first half. Still, the deadlock has not been broken. And it's not through lack of... Well, it is through lack of trying as well. But, you know, both teams, if they'd have played the right ball at the right time, then they'd have got the right result. Simple as. Right. Right ball, right time, right result. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. And that is what their manager should be telling them in 8 minutes or so. Because I'd give them a right boot up the backside. And I would be swapping that number 9 for Inter Milan. I'd get East Jaxie in the bath and get somebody brand new on who can actually put a ball in the back of the net from 2 yards out. Seriously? Are you having a bubble? Come on. Anyway, as for tomorrow, guys, the first game tomorrow, we've got Atalanta against Young Boys, who beat Manchester United on the opening day of the Champions League. Unbelievable. Then after that, we've got another big game. Yes, Juventus against Chelsea tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. What a game. We haven't covered Juventus yet this season, so it'll be interesting to see how they play. And then another 2 great games coming up on Thursday evening as well. First off, Legia Warsaw against Leicester City. And then West Ham against Rapid Vienna. And then on Friday, we're back to normal football in England. with Stoke City against West Bromwich Albion. And then at Saturday lunchtime, can they bounce back from this terrible performance? Yep, of Aston Villa last week. We've got Man United against Everton at midday on Saturday. But between now and the weekend, there's a lot of football coming your way here on Football Fans Live. And do not forget, guys, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and LinkedIn, I do believe so as well. Oh, well done. He passed it all the way back. Come on, Inter Milan. Let's have a little bit of urgency from these two teams now. You know, like I said, it's been about the pace, the energy, the enthusiasm. It's been about a 6 out of 10. Let's try for a 7 in this last 6 minutes before half time. Give us something to scream and shout and cheer. And all the fans that are in there. There's got to be around 28, 30,000 fans. And they're very, very quiet. And I don't blame them, really, because they haven't had anything to cheer about apart from the odd once that the crossbar was hit. But that's it. Out on that left-hand side, in line with the penalty area. Left-footed cross into the penalty area. It's on the floor, inside 6-yard box. And it's gone out for a corner kick. It was a number 2. There was about 8 bodies all around the ball. It was just bouncing around on the floor. Nobody could get a decent touch or clean hold of the ball at that point. And then finally, it came off the number 19, who put it behind, right-footed. And it's going to be a corner kick to Inter Milan out on this near right-hand side, their 3rd corner of the game. Come on, can they make one of these corners count? You have to turn these chances into goals. It's going to be a left-footed cross. 8 white shirts in there. They've got a lot of people now, just for half-time. On towards the back post. Met with a head. Headed clear over on the far right-hand side. And it's going to be a throw-in to Inter Milan out on that far right-hand side. Less than 5 minutes to go in this game. It's been okay, but still, we're still awaiting the first goal. We're waiting for that bedlock. Oh, I'll say it right in a minute. Deadlock. Bed. Deadlock to be broken. I'm trying to get my bees out before they actually arrive. There's a story there somewhere, I'm sure. And it's cleared upfield into Milan half, out on this far right hand side. Over the halfway line they go, down the right hand side. He needs a runner up the channel. He tries a nice little fancy back heel, but it just hits the defender. And Shakhtar get it clear down the near left hand side. Then they go backwards to the centre back. Infield. Out wide. Switch of play. Out onto the right hand side this time. Back across field into the centre. They're walking with the ball now. They're trying to invite Inter Milan onto them. I don't think either of these teams want a draw, being honest. It won't do them any good. And here comes Shakhtar Donetsk. Right-footed cross into the penalty area, but the defender was equal to it and cleared it for a throw-in out on that right-hand side. And he's having a right old go at the rest of his players. He's like, what are you bloody playing at? Come on. I was there on my own defending. But it was a good cross down that right-hand side. So it's a throw-in over on the far right-hand side to the boys in orange, to the miners, to the moles. On the edge of the area, picked up by the boys in orange, chipped into the 8-yard box. Oh, out onto his left-hand side. He keeps it in. Time to get that cross in, and they've gone all the way back to the halfway line. Why? Oh, man. You're killing me, guys. You're killing me. Don't do it. Go forward, not bloody backwards. Darn. Don't turn this game into paint drying. Seriously, do not turn this game into a dead dog. And it's a throw in Shakhtar, and they throw all the way back to the goalkeeper. He was almost on the halfway line, and he threw it back to his goalkeeper. You're on the halfway line, you've done half of the work already. Do they not realise that every foot forward is a step closer to putting the ball in the back of the net? It's not rocket science, come on, man. You don't need Buzz Aldrin to get you out of this one. To infinity and beyond, seriously. Shakhtar Donetsk on the halfway line, lose the ball inside that certain circle, picked up by Inter Milan, and now they lose it. Neither of these two teams can keep hold of a ball for more than 3 seconds. Seriously, they can't. Seriously. Not unless it's amongst the back four. Right, on the halfway line, out wide, out onto that far right-hand side, played up the wing. No, he doesn't. He turns and plays it across to his centre-back. You had bloody time and space up that right-hand side. Come on, neither of these two teams want to give a donkey's doodah in this game. Come on, get on with it, man. Are they just running the clock down till half-time? Seriously, there's patience and there's downright bloody boredom. Both teams are killing this game at the moment. They've got to, their managers have got a lot of kicking up the jacksie to do at half-time. Kicking up the jacksie. We're 1 minute away from half-time. Don't forget though, guys, we did have that guy that was stretched off, 𝓳𝓸𝓲𝓷𝓲𝓷𝓰, that was stretched off in the 8th minute of this game, and there was about a 4-minute delay once they got him onto the stretcher, and then from onto the stretcher onto the buggy to drive him off of the football pitch. So we will get at least 3 to 4 minutes, I would imagine, if the fourth official has done his job properly, which quite often they don't. But there you go, it's another story for another day. But we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. I don't know what the fourth official, they can just make it up as they go along. Right, into the final 20 seconds of this first half. Still 0-0. The best chance of the first half coming to the away side, Inter Milan. The grass snake, the big grass snake. Inter Milan with the best chance of this game. Crashing it against the crossbar, right-footed Barella. Came so close. There we go. We're going to get 3 minutes. The fourth official holds up his board, and we're going to get 3 minutes of injury time at the end of this first half. I want to see some changes at the beginning of the second half. Both teams need fresh legs on, because at the moment they're just walking like, a dog with one leg. Could move faster than some of these players. Right, up to the halfway line with Shakhtar Donetsk. Can one of these two teams, draw first blood before half-time, go in with a 1-goal lead? That would be amazing. Come on. But Shakhtar Donetsk are just playing across their back four the whole time. And here they do it again. Finally, with Solomon out on this near left-hand side. Solomon plays a neat 1-2. Then he passes it back to the halfway line. Oh, man, they just want to go in. They just want to go in and grab their cup of tea and cake with Aunt Sally at half-time, I'm telling you. That's all it is. Right, 2 minutes out, the 3 minutes to go, guys. We've had 1 minute of the 3 added minutes at the end of this first half due to that injury with 𝓳𝓸𝓲𝓷𝓲𝓷𝓰. If I find out information at half-time, I'll see if I can, and I'll update you guys on his situation, how he is. But it looked to me as if he was going off to hospital. Oh, and it's a free kick to Inter Milan. Free kick to Inter Milan. Dumfries has gone down under a heavy challenge by Patrick. So Dumfries is down. It was a 50-50 ball. Patrick was the criminal in that one for Shakhtar Donetsk. Let's have a look at it. There's one challenge. Wasn't anything in it really. Shoulder barge. I think they're just playing for time to get to half time, and then both teams in the second half need to come out with a different game plan, because their first half game plan definitely did not work at all. And just looking at a couple of substitutions there, and they're sat there with blankets over their legs. I said about the crowd and they got their coats on. Well, some of the substitutions have got blankets over their legs. So the temperature must be quite cold there tonight at the Donbass Arena. Still 0-0 inside the penalty area. Good chance for Inter Milan, and a free kick's gone the opposite way. Do you know what? And it's gone in favour of Shakhtar Donetsk. So it's going to be a free kick, Shakhtar Donetsk, inside their own penalty area. And we've got less than 30 seconds of this first half left. It looks like both teams are going to go in at half-time. Even Stevens, get ready for the countdown, guys. Do it with me. Are you ready? And they're just walking with the ball now. And he plays it back to his goalkeeper. Unbelievable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo. Have we got the final whistle? No, the referee's, he's blown his whistle. Guys, there's going to be a quick short video with Travel Tour Taste, which is our travelling channel, and then we'll have a bit of party music until we come back for the second half. So grab yourself a drink, go to the toilet or whatever you got to do. Let the cat, the dog, the giraffe out, whatever animal you've got, and we'll see you in 15 minutes. Come on, we need some goals in the second half. In this half, it is Shakhtar Donetsk going from my left across, shooting to my right, which means, of course, Inter Milan are going from right to my left, shooting. Shakhtar Donetsk in their orange and black today, and, of course, Inter Milan all white on the night. They are all white on the night. So that first half, apart from one or two small chances, was pretty uneventful, and I do believe, and so did some of the commentators, say that they thought that maybe should have been a penalty as well to Shakhtar Donetsk. So they can probably consider themselves a little bit lucky into Milan at the end of that first half. But we're underway once again. And here come Shakhtar Donetsk down that right-hand side. Chipped onto the back post. And the defender, the left-back, has to put it out for a corner kick straight away. 46 minutes on the clock, and we've got a corner kick out on that far left-hand side to Shakhtar Donetsk. What can they do with this? Can they break the deadlock in the 47th minute of this game? I sincerely hope so, because if they can get a goal, if either team can get a goal, I don't care who it is or where it comes from, if either team can get a goal, then it'll, bump this game up a little bit. Okay, right-footed cross comes in, flicked on at the near post, but cleared quite easily by the defence of Inter Milan, and they get it downfield. But, yep, up to the halfway line come Inter, and they're looking to play it all the way forward there. And it's intercepted, but now Shakhtar Donetsk have given it away inside the penalty area, out on the left-hand side. He cuts it back, and there's no white shirts there for him. And another good cross from that left-hand side for Inter Milan, but there's nobody there to follow it up. There's nobody there. Rick, halfway, how you doing, brother? Great to see you. Hope you've had a wonderful start to the week, brother. Thank you for joining us on this terrific Tuesday football evening here in Shakhtar Donetsk. Try and say that one after a few beers, eh? Great to see you, brother. Hope you've had a great day. And yeah, really appreciate your company in here this evening. And I hope Sarah's typing away there. And Cheryl's back as well. Great to see you, darling. Thank you so much. It's Mrs. Marshall. Mrs. Marshall's in the house. Love it. Still 0-0. We've just kicked off for the second half. And it has been Shakhtar Donetsk who have made the early attack. But unfortunately, a corner kick came to nothing. Now into Milan. Break down that right-hand side. It's with that number 2. He's not a bad player. There's a lot of pushing and shoving. And the referee and the linesman are both called for a free kick there. Out on the far left-hand side. And I do believe it's gone in the way of the home side, Shakhtar Donetsk. So they're going to get a free kick inside their own half. Out on that far left-hand side. It's the number 2. Beautiful turn by Stefano, the number 6 there. Halfwit's birthday. Rick. Wow. Happy birthday to Rick. Halfwit, Harvey and Rick. Happy birthday, dear Halfwit, Harvey and Rick. Happy birthday to you. 44 today. E.I. diddly 44 today. Excellent. Happy birthday, brother. I hope that you're having a cracking one. And if not, wait till the weekend and it'll soon pick up. And I'm sure you'll have a great one. Here comes Shakhtar Donetsk now, out on that left-hand side. But thank you for popping in on your birthday as well, bro. Out on the right-hand side, inside the penalty area, puts it across face goal. And from 2 yards out, it's missed again. Oh, my goodness, Inter Milan missed from 2 yards out. And now, Shakhtar Donetsk have gone and copycatted them and done exactly the same. It was a great cross down this right-hand side, across the face of the goal. This time from about 4 yards out. It's gone wide. Oh, you couldn't believe it. It took a deflection off the defender, so it should be a corner kick to Shakhtar. It is going to be out on this near right-hand side. Shakhtar Donetsk now. They're going to whip it in, left-footed. Patrick is also stood there, maybe for a short. They might take this as a short corner. Or is Patrick going to take it right-footed? 2 of them. Patrick takes it. The header, 6 yards out. Bouncing around inside that penalty area. Shot comes in left-footed but harmlessly through a pile of people, a complete wall of people, and goes through to the goalkeeper for a goal kick, who kicks it downfield out onto his right-hand side. Good defending by the left-back there. Out onto the left-hand side with Shakhtar Donetsk. I would say that there's about just under 30,000 people at a guess inside the stadium. It's sort of every other seat is empty. And it holds just over 70,000. So, you know, yeah, around 30 if they're lucky. But let's hope in the second half that, you know, both teams can give their fans something to cheer and shout and scream for. And here comes Shakhtar Donetsk down that right-hand side. My camera's right in the middle there and it's right in the way now. Couldn't see where the ball was going then. It completely threw me. Don't forget, guys, these 2 teams are in Group D. Shakhtar Donetsk are bottom of the group in 4th place, and Inter Milan are 3rd. So they're 2nd from bottom. Both of these 2 teams lost their opening game. Inter Milan lost to Real Madrid by 1-0, and Shakhtar Donetsk, surprisingly, lost 2-0 to Sheriff, who are currently top of Group D as it stands at the moment, which is pretty unbelievable. Next up for Shakhtar, it will be at home against Real Madrid. That should be a good game. And next up for Inter Milan, well, they're at home to top of the league, Sheriff. So there's everything to play for. Both teams will be disappointed. If this one does end a draw, I'm sure that the managers will not be happy, because both teams, I'm just looking at that miss again. He was literally 2-3 yards out. And the manager goes like that. He thought it was in, and then he was like, oh, damn it, Janet. And here they come again. Shakhtar, right-footed shot. Takes a deflection inside that penalty area. Gets cleared onto the edge of the penalty area. Out onto the left-hand side. Gets into the penalty area now. Tries to get the ball into the middle. Fails to do so, and is cleared downfield. And it's going to be a throw-in out on that far left-hand side. 52 minutes on the board. 0-0 is the score here in Shakhtar. It was Solomon that tried that right-footed shot then for Shakhtar Donetsk. So that's a good clothing make, actually. If you've never heard for Solomon, check it out. Really top quality, top notch. They do a lot of mountaineering gear. They do a lot of skiing gear. You know, it's real rough stuff, you know, that can withstand rough winters and things like that, and rough activity. Solomon, it's a great clothing range. Not sponsored by anybody or plugging anybody, but you know, it's just my own personal opinion. But yeah, very, very nice indeed. Okay, and here comes Shakhtar Donetsk. 53 minutes on the clock, up towards halfway line. On that halfway line, playing it across field, in towards centre circle, playing it back to the centre back. Centre back picks it up, plays it out onto this right hand side. He's got a bit of room there. Does he find him? He does find him. Excellent. Now needs a nice little chip, and then they go backwards with the ball. Don't go backwards with the ball, you balmy bugger. Go forwards. The clue is in the name, football. Come on, go forwards. Attack, attack, attack. Just think of the new hairdo, guys. New hairdo today. Yep, I had a fight with a lawnmower. I won that one, though. I won that one. And here comes Shakhtar Donetsk. Up over the halfway line. Out on that far left-hand side. They're going backwards. He turns the midfielder there really, really well. Then falls on his backside. And we're going to see a substitution very, very soon from Inter Milan. They've got 2 players warming up on the byline. So 54 minutes on the clock. And we've got a couple of substitutes warming up. They're taking their jackets off. They're getting ready. They're grabbing that last bit of fluid before they join the game. And it'll be 2 pairs of fresh legs for the away team, Inter Milan, in at the Donestsk Stadium. What, fresh pair of legs? Sarah needs fresh pair of legs. Yep, me too. Oh, no way. What is that linesman doing? Shakhtar Donetsk broke down the left-hand side. And the left-back went down saying that he'd been fouled. And I don't know. I want to see that again in slow motion. And if he, you know, and if it's not... Oh, he didn't touch him. Oh, he's gone down holding his face, and the guy actually put his hand on his chest. Well, he put it under his armpit, and he went down rolling on the floor like he'd been hit in the face, trying to get a player sent off, and we've just lost connection again. We've got really bad weather here, guys, so I do apologise. This is not good news. This is not what we want. Plumbing do on Sky Sports. I tell you what, I'll be asking for my money back, because I'm not paying for something that we're not getting. Sorry about this, guys. Right, that should. Note the channel is currently affected by your problem with your satellite.
Weather.
It's the weather.
I have to cancel tonight. Cancel this.
I'm not cancelling anything if we can help it. This is not. Come on. Right, and we're back. But I will be on the blower to them tomorrow. And because you know, you pay a lot of money to get these sports channels. And if they don't provide it, then I'm sorry. Well, yeah, no, but they can help, you know, taking the bill down a little bit next month. Anyway, I'm not discussing this with you online. Oh, and it's frozen again now on me. It's frozen. We've got some really bad weather here in England at the moment. Well, mainly windy. It's not that wet. Apparently the rain's really coming down. Bear with me, guys. We've just lost it again. Let's hope and pray that this doesn't continue. This is not... No, we're still on blue. We've got the internet. I don't know why. It's just the Sky TV we keep losing. Right, football, what's on now? Let's try again. And I think because it's in Shakhtar as well, so I don't know what the weather's like over there. It doesn't look like it's raining. From where I can see, still 0-0, guys. You haven't missed anything. Into the 57th minute of this game. Out on the far left-hand side. Here come the boys in orange once again. The Miners, the Moles on the attack. The Miners, the Moles. Here they go again. Come on, we need a goal from the Mole. Let's have a goal. Give it to me now. Come on. Out onto this right-hand side. Still the home team on the attack, but it's a terrible pass down the right-hand side, and it just trickles all the way through for a goal kick to Inter Milan. The boys in white, the big grass snakes, have a chance to clear their area. And I think we've had those substitutions. So I've missed the substitutions because one, I've just seen a player putting his coat back on. So I do apologise about that, guys. I really do apologise. Goal kick. What's going on now? What's going on now? What is this? Referee's losing the game. He's losing the game. He's losing the plot. He needs to get a grip here because it's all going pants up. Right, we're getting the goal kick again for some reason. I don't know why. We're getting the goal kick again. Goalkeeper for Shakhtar Donetsk kicks it for Inter. Sorry, kicks it down. He's getting me confused now. Out on that far right hand side on the halfway line with Inter Milan. Not right footed up over the top in towards the penalty area. Headed back to the goalkeeper. Safe, good playing there by the number 2, the right back for Shakhtar Donetsk. That was a vital header. They do, Cheryl, absolutely. They both need subs. And I think Inter made them, but because the screen went down because of the weather. That's a real pain in the jacksie. So I don't know for certain, although I'm 95% certain. But I have Shakhtar, apart from being forced into that, that injury and making that substitution in the first 10 minutes where Traore got injured, they haven't made a change yet. We are just about to hit that substitute 60-minute mark that most, sensible managers will make changes around that 60-minute mark. But those who haven't got any brains don't. Those that haven't, don't. There you go. All the way back to the Inter goalkeeper, out on that right-hand side. Play back into the goalkeeper again. 59 minutes. Come on, there's only 31 minutes for one of these two teams to take the lead here today in Group D and secure their place in second or possibly even third, depending on the amount of goals they could win by. They need to go top. One of these two teams need to win by 3 goals. Now, we've got just over 31 minutes left. So 1 goal per 10 minutes. Easy. But how these two teams have played so far in this game, I doubt it's going to happen. But you never know. And Shakhtar bring it away up towards the halfway line. On that halfway line, inside centre circle. Let's have a look at that. 60% ball possession by Shakhtar Donetsk in this match so far. Oh no, you've had storms as well, Cheryl. Oh no. Yeah, not good. It gets this time of year, doesn't it? I mean, I had to go into town today. It was warm enough. It was just really, really blowy. And then luckily, as soon as I got back, then the heavens opened. But yeah, it's been pretty blowy. It's been blowing my hair all over the place. Spent hours doing it, and it was just like, I looked like Michael Jackson when he was 10 years old. By the time I'd finished, but God rest his soul. Okay, with Shakhtar Donetsk, very, very slow, guys. I really do apologise for this. Don't forget you can pick us up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter and Instagram. And we've got another game coming up after this one this evening at 8 p.m. That's British Standard Time, or GMT as some of you might know it by. That one coming up at 8 o'clock, and that should be a lot better, I hope, as long as PSG don't kill it like they did on Sunday evening when we covered them. They kept killing the game and slowing the ball down, but I don't think Manchester City will let them rest. And it's with Shakhtar Donetsk, left-footed shot, and it's well wide to the left-hand side of the post. No trouble whatsoever for the goalkeeper. He was still asleep in his sleeping bag, actually, so it didn't bother him at all. So 61 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what the temperature's been over here today, being totally honest with you. But it's, I went with a t-shirt and a very thin jacket. The YouTube one, the red and black one that you've seen on the videos. That's all I had on today, and I was more than warm enough. But I don't really feel the cold, being honest with you. Sarah sat there in her clothes and her dressing gown, and I'm sat here in one of these really thin running tops. Talking of running, this little fat bugger is going to go for his first run tomorrow for the first time in a couple of years. I've got a watch today. It's on charge. 14 degrees at the moment it is here in England on the south coast. I mean, we do get it reasonably cold on the south because we get the sea breeze. Depends which way the wind's coming from. If it's coming from the north, from Russia, you know, or from the North Pole and down, then we're okay. We don't get it because the rest of England kills it for us. But apparently we've got rain all the way through until next Tuesday. Guys, I'm not commentating on the game at the moment because absolutely nothing is happening. We've just got a free kick, but it's for diving. Yeah, so saying she wish she didn't look. Yep. So we got rain for the next week. Yeah, the next week, next Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday today, isn't it? But yeah, I treated myself well. Sarah got it for me as an early Christmas present. I was going to get it for myself. A new running watch because she bought me the last one 16 years ago, and because my eyesight is so bad because of the cataracts now, I can't see the watch screen, so I've had to go for a bigger screen. I haven't tried it yet, so because it didn't come till tonight, just before the game started. So I'm hoping that I can see it. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. Magnifying glass. I'll have to run with a magnifying glass in my hand. But anyway, let's get back to this boring game of football. 27 minutes left in this game. Still, the deadlock has not been broken after 63 minutes. The closest we've had to a goal was in around the 23rd, 24th minute, I think it was now. And it was into Milan, a right-footed shot from 𝓳𝓸𝓲𝓷𝓲𝓷𝓰 outside the box. And he smashed it against the crossbar. But unfortunately, it rebounded out, and then the follow-up shot went out for a corner and nothing. Oh, and the referee is going to hand out a card, and it's gone to the manager. Oh, my goodness. The Shakhtar Donetsk manager, Roberto, gets a yellow card. He's got to be careful now, because if he gets a red card, he'll have to go sit in the stands, and then his team won't get any instructions. Well, it will all be down to the assistant coach. But, yep. I said to you in the first half, he was on the sidelines, and he, rightly so, though. I don't blame him. He's given it all that, but he was probably having a go at the fourth official. Left foot across, and it's gone out for a corner now. Finally, a bit of action from Inter. Out on this near left-hand side, it's going to be a corner kick to Inter Milan. 65 minutes on the clock. Can they break the deadlock with just 25 minutes remaining in this Group D match here today at the Donbass Stadium? Or arena. They call it arena. We call them stadiums or football grounds. So, okay. It's out on that far left-hand side. We've got 7 white shirts inside that penalty box. Good clearance on the edge of the area. Shot. High and wide. Oh, useless. Even he's like that. Yeah, rightly so. That was a terrible shot. Blooming hell. Call yourself a professional. A professional what? A ballet dancer? Actually, a ballet dancer would have scored that. It's an insult to ballet dancers. I used to do ballet, so yeah, that was the wrong sentence to go out with. But there we go. So a goal kick to Shakhtar Donetsk. He takes it short, then he takes it right-footed, and it's headed back into the area on the penalty spot, and he puts it over the crossbar again. Oh my giddy aunt in her grave. He misses from 12 yards out once again. I don't know what the blooming goalkeeper was doing there for Shakhtar Donetsk. That was suicidal, but he lives to fight another day. And so does his team. But he rocketed it. No, that number 10, the number 9 and number 10 for Shakhtar, for Inter, are bloody useless. Honestly, they're absolutely useless. They couldn't hit a barn door. They couldn't score in a brothel if I paid for them. Excuse me, Jack. Oh, goodness. A bit of snow. No. See, actually, I like snow. Sarah hates it. She doesn't like it. But I love snow. I do love snow. I love skiing and all that type of thing. I just need to do more of it, that's all. But we don't get it down here in the south of England, unfortunately. We don't get any snow whatsoever. We'll get about 10 seconds and that's it. And it's going to be a goal kick. Hang on, that just came off the defender. There must have been an offside flag. And Inter Milan thought that they'd won a corner out on that far right-hand side on the edge of the penalty area. He's saying it took a double deflection. A goal kick's been given. The linesman was there. Whether he got it right or whether he got it wrong, I think he got it wrong in my eyes. But I don't know what... I don't like all the short corners that they take. I don't know whether the goalkeeper just can't kick a ball. But the Shakhtar Donetsk player, goalkeeper, just plays it 2 foot wide to his defender to clear for him. And Maybe he's got 2 bad feet or something. I don't know. Or 2 left feet. One of the two. One of the two. Oh, come on, guys. I need a goal now. You're killing me. You're killing me. Let's have it. Come on. 23 minutes to go. And we've had 1 decent shot on goal in 67 minutes. You are busting my balls tonight. Yeah, the fall, as you call it there. On the edge of the area, Shakhtar Donetsk right-footed shot, and he puts it over the crossbar. Can nobody keep the ball down? Seriously. Or have they filled the ball with helium? I have not seen one player take a shot and keep the ball down. They've had about 20 shots, and every one of them have gone over the crossbar. Maybe the ball is full of helium. Tell you what, it's unbelievable. Their technique is all wrong. They're leaning backwards. When you want to hit a ball and keep it low, you lean over the ball. You don't lean backwards. Oh, man, and these are meant to be professionals in the world. How much are these players being meant? Who's training them, for goodness sake? Oh, you're doing my nutting tonight. Seriously, just one person keep a shot down. Talk about can't keep a good man down. You can't keep a bloody ball down, this bunch of 22 idiots. Play downfield up towards halfway line. On that halfway line. With Shakhtar now. Honestly, they're doing my nutting. 21 minutes to go in this game. Still 0-0. And it's not that both teams have played badly. It's they've just not got a clue how to hit a ball. Apart from that, you know, the middle of the pitch and the defending, it's all been pretty good. But neither of the forwards on either side have a clue how to hit the ball. Yeah, isn't that true? I like that one. I like that one. Halfwit Harvey, the birthday boy, in the house today, said someone at half time, someone's put Red Bull on the ball, and giving it wings, because I don't think I've seen one shot that's not been lifted off the bloody floor so far. And I'm not swearing, because bloody's in the Bible, so there we go. Shakhtar Donetsk now, on this right-hand side. Come on, guys, give me something, give me something. Give your fans something. These poor fans have paid a lot of money to get into this stadium in the middle of the week. They've got to go to work tomorrow. They've got to be up early. And you guys are not giving them anything to be happy about. Get on with it. Put the ball in the back of the net. Let's have some. Give it to me and give it to me good. Back of the net, boys. Come on. On the halfway line, into that centre circle with Shakhtar Donetsk, the moles, the miners. Looks like they've fallen down the blooming mine at the moment, I tell you. Neither team can get the ball in the back of the net. 19 minutes to go. And I tell you what, and you know, both of these teams will not be wanting to draw, because that'll be 2 games in. There's only there's only 6 games, 2 games in, and they'd have dropped, both teams would have dropped 5 points. So they will not be wanting a draw out of this. This is playing right into Real Madrid's and Chelsea, because it's only the top 2 that go through. Out of the 4, top 2 go through, and these two will stay bottom if it's a draw, and that will mean they've dropped 5 points so far in the opening 2 games, with only 4 more to play. So I can't see why. Both teams have played fairly negatively as well, and I don't understand that at all. I can understand maybe Inter because they're away from home, but Shakhtar Donetsk should be going for it hell for leather, because at home they need all 3 points. You play 3 at home and 3 away, and this is one of their home games. And the next home game for Shakhtar will be against Real Madrid, who are sat in 2nd place, you know, and they will be no pushovers. They won their first game against Inter Milan by 1-0. So, you know, they're performing better than Inter. Okay, free kick out on that far left-hand side, right-footed, headed clear. out onto the far left-hand side, picked up by Shakhtar Donetsk, by the corner flag, trying to get the ball into the area, but then they play it all the way back. And he's gone all the way back to the halfway line. Oh my God. 2 seconds ago, you were down by the corner flag on the attack. Now you're on the halfway line defending with it all to do all over again. What do these managers do? Well, somebody just explain to me what these managers do. Because I'm seeing far too many games like this where the players haven't got a clue. And it has to come from someone. It has to come from the manager. So if the manager hasn't got a clue, then the players are not going to have a bloody clue. Seriously. Oh, well, I wish they wouldn't, Cheryl. And here comes... No, he's not going to get to it. The goalkeeper's going to get to it first. It was a break down that right-hand side by Inter Milan, but it was far too far in front of him. The goalkeeper came all the way out of his goal, out on the far right-hand side, and cleared it all the way back, up and over that halfway line. And now Inter Milan are being pushed all the way back into defence and all the way back to their goalkeeper. Right, 17 minutes to go in this pretty poor match. Like I said, these two, a draw here, and that could already mean that their tournament is over. Because they will now have to go and win away from home. At least, they've got 4 games left. They're going to have to win at least 3 out the last 4. 3 out the last 4. If this stays like this for the next 17 minutes, they're going to have to win the last 3 out of the last 4. And I can't see these two teams doing that. Exactly, Charles. It drives me nuts, honestly, when I see a team going from attack into defence when they've got no need. Okay, if you're being pushed back, that's a different matter. If you're being pushed back, different matter. What we're going to do later on, guys, we're covering the PSG game against Man City, but we will also all be commentating on the Liverpool and Porto game at the same time. So I'll be keeping you up to date as that happens. Our laptop is completely dead. They phoned me today and they said, look, we don't know why it's not working, blah, 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 blah. So I will have the Liverpool game going on my phone on a tiny screen, as if my eyesight wasn't bad enough. But I will be covering that one. So you'll get 2 for the price of 1 a little bit later on at 8 p.m. this evening. And wherever I can, I'll still do it that exactly same. It's a shame because I used to have the second game on the laptop and I could see it properly, but we don't have much luck with technology. Okay, there's Barella now. For the next game, yeah. Right, guys, we're going to try something new. I'll keep you up to date with what's happening in the game. There's not a lot going on. We've got 15 minutes to go. Well, that's not going to work then. Because they do. Okay, we'll talk about it afterwards because I'm leaving the audience behind. No, we'll try it for the second one. Right. No, we'll try it for the second one. Doesn't work. Take it down. Sorry about that, guys. Just having technical stuff at the moment. Shouldn't be doing that. With the back 4 out on this left-hand side, the clock is ticking away for both of these teams here at the Donbass Arena this evening. It's with the back 4, with the left back. 14 minutes to go. One of these two teams have got to do something in this final 15 minutes, 14 minutes. It's not good. I don't understand the managers. I don't understand their mentality and what their thinking is. There's one thing being patient. And we've got a throw into Shakhtar down on this near right hand side. And it's in line with the penalty spot. He takes it quickly. It's Dodo, the number 2. But then he throws it backwards and then they go backwards. I don't get it, guys. Somebody explain to me. Somebody explain to me, because I just don't get it. And now Shakhtar Donetsk have passed it all the way back into their own half with the centre back now still inside their own half. I don't get it. I don't get it. Some of these bloody foreign managers haven't got a clue. Some of the English managers, I'm not being racist or anything like that, but you know, just in general, some of the managers just have not got a clue. I don't think they understand the importance of getting all 3 points from this one. And we're going to get a substitution. Solomon's going off for Shakhtar Donetsk and Mudryk is coming on. So Mana Solomon has gone off and Mudryk comes on. A fresh pair of legs. What difference can he make? Let's hope he can make a difference. He's got a huge tattoo on his neck. We're just seeing the Shakhtar Donetsk manager and assistant manager having a word with one or two of their players at the moment with that substitution. And we're going to get a second one now. Ismaili has come off and Țăhră's come on. Ismaili is off and Țăhră is on. So that's a double substitution with only 12 minutes left in this game. What can the super subs do? Will they be a super sub? Will they steal it at the death in this game? Please let the second game be more entertaining than this one. Please, 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 please. And don't forget, guys, another 2 great games coming up tomorrow after tonight. We've got Atalanta against Young Boys, who beat Man United in the opening game. That was just nuts, that was. And then at 8 o'clock, we've got a biggie. Yep, Juventus against Chelsea. Really looking forward to that one as well. Really looking forward to that one. So, 11 minutes to go. Counting down the clock. It's with Titi, the number 14. He goes down under a challenge there. Went to ground, but no free kick was given. And now Inter Milan win a free kick inside. Oh, and they've won a second free kick now. This has happened 3 times in less than a minute. Shakhtar Donetsk are diving in with the challenges and giving free kicks away. Really silly. And they've just done it again 4 times in under a minute. They need to pack it up, otherwise they're going to get punished. Big style. And actually, the referee has decided now to give it the other way. So Shakhtar Donetsk very, very lucky with that, because that would have put Inter Milan in a very good position. Awesome. Right, what can we have in the last 10 minutes, guys? Hold on to your hats. Can we get a goal in this last 10 minutes? Let's have it. Let's have it. Bring it on. Shakhtar Donetsk at home at the Donbass Arena, and it's still 0-0 in front of about 28,000 fans. They've not had their money's worth as yet. Can these two teams give them their money's worth in the final 10 minutes of this match? This is a must-win game. Whoa, whoa, hang on, hang on. The Inter Milan player, that he's lucky he's got a yellow there, because he was being skinned down that far left-hand side. Who was it? Who was it? It was the number 20, and he literally grabs him by the shirt and pulls him down. He only got a yellow card, but he nearly ripped his neck off. He nearly ripped his, and that was just ridiculous, just because he was getting his ass skinned. Honestly, that was disgusting. He was beat. He was the number 2 for Inter. And Denzel Dumfries, yeah, that's him. Denzel goes, I'll tell you what, he's lucky he didn't get a red card there. Really lucky. Because in my eyes, that was a clear red card. It wasn't a goal-scoring chance, but it was that blatant and that obvious, and it could have led to a scoring chance. So, you know. And Inter Milan making a double substitution as well now in the final 9 minutes of this game. Roberto comes on and Mateus goes off. So Mateus is off and Roberto comes on. Right foot across into the penalty area, bouncing around. They're saying it, the hand. Still Shakhtar on the edge of the penalty area. Tried to play it through, but he didn't read it. And now Inter Milan can break down that near right-hand side. Off they go. Tries a neat little back heel. It works over the halfway line, but there's plenty of orange shirts back behind the ball. Every orange shirt is back. And Ivan has come on. Ivan has come on for Inter as well. They didn't show me who went off. They didn't show that changeover at all. So BT aren't the best at their camera skills. Maybe we should go and all teach them something. All of us YouTubers teach these BT people how to film. Yeah. Don't forget, guys, after this one at 8 o'clock, we've got PSG versus Manchester City. I think Manchester City are going to have him. They're going to do him. I think they are, because I saw PSG on Sunday night and they were very, very average indeed. Very average. And I think Man City could win that one. It's there for the taking. It's there for the taking. Looking at these two teams, I just say what I see on the screen. I'm completely neutral. If one of these two teams were fantastic and amazing tonight, I would say that they will go through and win the Champions League. But you won't see these two teams in the final. That's I would put my life, not that I've got any, I would put my life savings on it. These two teams will not be in the final. They'll be lucky if they get out the group playing like this. They really will be. And that's just me saying what I see on the screen. Say it as we see it, and see it and say it. And it's with Inter Milan inside their own half. See, there's no urgency. There's only 7 minutes left. And Inter Milan are happy to pass it amongst their back four and just run that clock down. I think Inter will be happy with a draw, but they shouldn't be, because that will leave them with a lot of work to do in the final 4 games of this group. And we're going to get another substitution by Shakhtar Donetsk. So that's 4 substitutions for Shakhtar. They had to make that one in the 10th minute, very, very early on, due to the injury to Toure. We haven't had any news on how he is. So, let's hope that the Shakhtar Donetsk player is going to be okay. And it's a throw-in down that far left-hand side, inside their own half. Couldn't keep it in. And they've given Inter Milan a throw-in out on the far right-hand side. Inter Milan, this is a good chance. They need a long throw specialist. That's what they need to get it. And then they throw it backwards. Bloody hell, Inter Milan. What are you doing? What are you doing, Inter Milan? You're in attack with only 6 minutes and you throw it back to the halfway line. That's ridiculous. That's pathetic. That's not even football, Inter Milan. No wonder bloody Real Madrid kicked your backside in the previous game. Goodness me. Shockingly shite from Inter Milan. 6 minutes to go in this game and they're on the attack and they throw it backwards to the defence. I don't get it. I don't understand. And I know I'm not the brightest spark in the world, but I'm not exactly daft. Oh, and Patrick's gone off and Marlos has come on. So Patrick is off for Shakhtar Donetsk and on comes Marlos. It's quite a nice name, that, isn't it? Marlos. Runs off the tongue. Okay, so we've had the substitution there. We've got 5 minutes left in this very average game. 8 o'clock, guys. PSG against Man City. And this season, if you're here for the first time, this season we're going to be bringing over 750 games your way. Games from all around the world, from France, Italy, Spain, Germany, Poland, Scotland, England, non-league football, Cup qualifying games, Europa Cup, Champions League, FA Cup, World Cup qualifiers, all coming here only on Football Fans Live, the home of good, honest football. And like I said, I say it as I see it. And if I upset you, then I'm sorry. I'm just saying what I'm seeing on the screen. Sometimes I'm controversial. Sometimes the odd bit of bad language, but I feel passionate about my football, and that's the way that it goes. And here come Inter Milan now. A good chance for them on the edge of the penalty area. Their first time inside the box for about an hour. And now they're being pushed back again. 4 minutes to go, guys. 4 minutes to go in this game. Only 4 minutes. Edge of the area. Right footed shot. Goalkeeper goes to his right hand side. And he gets his fingertips on it. And it's going to be a corner kick. And it was the number 19, Carrara, that puts it just wide. He tried to curl it. He got a neat 1-2 on the edge of the penalty area. Side-footed it. Oh, it was curling in towards that far left-hand post. Yep, that was definitely going in. The goalkeeper dived into his left-hand side and pushed it around the post. It was a great save. He only got his fingertips to it, but only just. But a great shot and a great save there. The first real bit of action comes in the 87th minute. It's a corner kick. It's going to be taken right-footed. In it comes. Up goes the header. And the goalkeeper diving down to his left-hand side. And a one-handed save. Oh, my goodness. What a save. That was absolutely fantastic. Man of the match. Absolutely. No doubt about it. It would have been, could have been, should have been 1-0 on 2 occasions there. He pulled off 2 great saves. What a goalkeeper. Oh my goodness, what a great save. The header came in, 6 yards out, and Piatov jumps down to his right-hand side, dives to his right-hand side, and with his right hand, it was going in the post, it was going in, it was almost there. Let's have a look at that again. What a save, and he got a solid right hand. If he'd have had a weak hand, that would have just bent his fingers back and it would have been number 1. But what a solid hand that was. Deflected the ball behind. What a save, what a save. Great goalkeeping, good header as well. Good power, rose above the defenders on the 6-yard box, boshed it down. He did exactly everything right. It was textbook correct. He headed it low and hard into the corner, and it needed a world-class save, and that's exactly what it was met by. But the forward did so well, because that was pure class. He did everything right. Any other goalkeeper, that would have been in the back of the net. I'm telling you that now. And Shakhtar Donetsk, the home team, survive. Guys, we've only got 2 minutes left. With the final 4 minutes, and now they start to play. Why couldn't they do this from the off, eh? Or even the last half an hour? But it suddenly all comes to life, and now they've slowed it down again. Don't do that to me. Guys, if you haven't already, please smash that thumbs up. Take your vote. If you can't see the vote, it's a little blue box. Refresh your page and then it should appear, and you can cast your vote on you think whether it's going to be a draw, which it looks like, or whether one of these 2 teams are going to grab all 3 points at the death. We've got just over a minute and a half to go. It's in the Inter Milan half, out on that far right hand side, over the halfway line. Here come Inter Milan now, down the right hand side with the number 2. He picks it up out on the far right hand side. He plays it backwards again. Stop playing, and they play it all the way back to the halfway line. They want the draw. They want the draw, honestly. As we approach the final minute of this game, it's still 0-0 here today at the Donbass Arena in front of a crowd of around 28,000, I am guessing. We're into the final minute. We shouldn't get too much added on. And here come Inter Milan inside the penalty area, and they're faffing about with it. And they tried to walk it through. Edge of the area. Shot comes in right-footed. And he drags it wide once again. And I fear that the goal kick will be the last kick of the game, because we've had no injuries. So the 4th official shouldn't be given any injury time in this second half. But a right-footed shot on the edge of the area, and it's going wide all the time. Going wide. And, you know, Inzaghi's there. Inzaghi's like, I can't believe it. No, says Inzaghi, the Inter Milan manager. Okay, guys, get ready to count down. We're into the final 15 seconds of this game. It's been very average. Not poor, but very average indeed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to get, I don't know where he's got it from. He holds up his board and it says we're going to get 2 minutes of injury time at the end of this half. I don't know where he got it from, because there's been no injuries and there's been no goals. That's probably for the substitutions, but that's absolute BS on my behalf. That should be full time now. So we've got a minute and a half to go. Still 0-0. Oh man, Shakhtar Donetsk, you know, haven't really had any chances on goal to you know, write home about. And Inter Milan in the dying few minutes, as you just heard, you know, could have had 2 great goals. And in the first half, they did hit the crossbar from about 22 yards out. It was Barella, right-footed shot, smashed off the upright and deflected back out. And the follow-up was put wide for a corner, which unfortunately came to nothing. We've got 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. Don't forget, coming up at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, we've got PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. I love saying that. Paris Saint-Germain against Manchester City, who had a fantastic win against Chelsea on Saturday. Can they continue it with another good victory tonight against PSG? PSG did win on Sunday night. We watched it, we covered it, but they weren't very impressive at all. And if they play like that against Man City this evening, Man City will win, no doubt about it. but PSG will have to up their game. We're into the final 30 seconds on the halfway line. Shakhtar Donetsk out on that left-hand side. One last chance. They've just got to chuck them all forward. They're going backwards. They want the draw. I don't know why they want the draw. 20 seconds to go. They're keeping hold of the ball. It's going along the back line, on the halfway line, inside the centre circle, with the centre back, with the left back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. We've had the 2 minutes. And it's all over. It is all over here tonight at the Donbass Arena. Thank you so much, guys. It wasn't the best game in the world. It wasn't the worst, but it certainly wasn't the best. It certainly wasn't the best game in the world. Now, Fraser says. Yes, Fraser, we've got PSG, my friend, coming up against Man City at 8 p.m. That's GMT time here in the UK. I don't know what the time is now. 22. So we'll be going live again in around 20 minutes. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. I hope that you can join me. Stay tuned. We're going to have a quick switcheroo, and then we're going to get some party music up, and we're going to get ready to boogie for PSG versus Manchester City. Guys, I want to say a huge thank you for being here for this game, and I hope we see you for the next game. This has been Sarah, I've been Glenn, and you guys have been amazing. See you in 20.